So, hello everybody. I hope you're having a nice afternoon. I hope that you have been looking forward to this session where we're going to be speaking about takeaways. Because I know that this worries a lot of people. The weekends worry a lot of people because of eating out. And obviously, I would like to tackle this topic because takeaways and eating out are also part of our lifestyle and part of our life at the end of the day. So it is important for us to be realistic as well and acknowledge that we do have a life, and obviously we have to make these decisions during this period, even if we are on a weight loss journey or on a fitness journey, because obviously eating out is part of our lifestyle. Okay, so I'm going to start with the main points. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to start with 5 tips to make better fast food choices. Okay, so number 1 is control portions. It is extremely important to control portions. So, when possible, choose the smallest size available and refrain from upsizing. Now, it always comes down to, for example, choosing the starter portion instead of the main course. And the truth is that a starter portion is normally enough, because a starter portion normally contains around 100 grams of pasta. Okay, so with regards to the portions, when we are having pasta, so a starter portion of pasta contains 100 grams of pasta normally, which makes it still a very good portion. Now, obviously, you have to be wise about it, because if you are ordering a plate of a pasta such as aglio olio, which it contains only oil and garlic, most probably you will not feel full, especially if you're having it as a main course. But if you're having as a main a pasta dish which contains more ingredients, which contains more proteins and more veggies, such as a dish of pasta containing fish or a dish of pasta containing chicken and so on. Most likely you will be okay with the starter portion. Okay, so choose the smallest size available and refrain from upsizing. Okay, remember that bigger is rarely better for your waistline. Okay. Second tip is add color. So choose the meal with most color. Because more color means more vitamins and more minerals and more antioxidants. Okay. Number 3, know what's in your food. So I know that when we are eating out or we're ordering out, we are, generally speaking, at the mercy of who is providing the food and who is making our food. But you still can have some control over what you eat. Because number 1, you can read. Certain outlets have the facility of reading the nutritional information, so you can make a choice by reading the nutritional information, and you can choose the best option from there. But also, you can ask whether it can be served without condiments and extra oil and so on. So you can know what's in your food by actually requesting. Okay, so For example, if you know that you're going to have a side cream or a side dressing, just opt it to make sure that you have it on the side, not on top of what you're having. Okay. When you're having a pasta dish, obviously this is not possible, but you can always make a side note and ask the waiter to make a note and ask the chef not to put a lot of oil. Okay. Next is, for example, if you are going to order a burger, make sure that you are ordering a burger with not a lot of toppings. Okay, avoid having a lot of toppings on your burger, because obviously you'll end up with a lot of extra additional calories. And if you're going to have chips, make sure that you use fatter chips. So, because thinner chips absorb more oil. Okay, so like for example, ordering veggies. If you're having a fish or chicken, you can obviously go for potatoes instead of the chips. So just keep this in mind as well. And it's important to up the veg. Okay, so you can request a portion of veggies. You can make a side note for the chef not to put oil in your veggies, or make sure that your veggies are grilled instead of fried. So just always make sure that you add these notes, and upping the veg is extremely important, because obviously you'd be more satisfied after your meal if you eat veggies with your meal. Why? Because veggies provide the fiber content, and they also lighten up the meal, because we're providing more carbs, and you're making less room for other things. So you're making less room for nibbles and whatnot. So you can also ask for salad in your burger, for example. So if you chose a plain burger, you can choose to ask for some salad in your burger, or for example, extra veggies in stir fries, or on pizza, or a side salad, and whatnot. So always up your veg. And if you have the facility of checking the nutritional information on what you're having, because obviously there is the option to do so if you're having a takeaway from certain outlets. Just make sure that you are ordering something between 400 and 600 calories. If you are so if you are aiming for faster weight loss, go for the 400 calories, or for example, you know that your calorie requirements are not so high, go for the 400. But if you can play around with calories and you have the allowance, you can choose the 600, but do not go over 600, because obviously it would be a very which is very high in calories then. Okay. If you have the also information about the protein, fat, protein, it would be really good if you have it over 20 grams. Fat also of less than 20 grams, and then fiber possibly more than 6, But I know I'm asking a lot here, so just stick to the calories and the protein, because this would be a good estimate, okay, more often than not. So if you watch out for these things, you will be on the right track, and there is no need for you to be afraid of eating out or ordering in, okay. Now, obviously, if you are going for foods such as pizza, also obviously because we tend to order in with when we are with company, and normally when people are going to order pizza, we would want to order pizza with them. So this has to be taken into consideration as well, because where there is the possibility of ordering something which is more on the healthier side, go for it. There are places where they serve lovely, lovely, lovely salads. So it's not like the old days where a salad is boring and whatnot at all. So just look out for these places. And but if you are within the company of other people, and obviously for example, you'd have a pizza night, there is no reason why you shouldn't enjoy a pizza night with your friends. Just be careful on which type of pizza you order, and also be mindful when you are eating. So normally a pizza, it's very big, and if you'd have either some nibbles before, for example, you would normally feel already a bit full. So when you feel full, just stop eating. Okay, just stop eating when you feel full. You can also, so if for example you say, no, I'm not going to have nibbles, I'm going to stick to my pizza, you can also do, for example, a side salad, and eat, for example, 4 slices of your pizza, and then have the side salad. Okay, so this is also an option. Or for example, if you know that a friend of yours is also on a weight loss journey, you can choose to share a pizza and then do a side salad for both of you. So these are all tips which you can apply. Okay. Then when it comes to, for example, eating at places like McDonald's, always go for the simple burgers. Okay, the simple burgers. Always go for grilled chicken rather than crispy chicken, because crispy chicken is normally fried. And watch out for the extras. Okay, so it's very easy to sabotage a seemingly healthy burger with add-ons such as bacon, cheese, and deep fried onion rings. Literally, they sabotage your burger. Okay, so they make it into a very highly calorific burger. Okay, and even creamy sauces like mayo, these spoil a healthy burger. Okay, so watch out for those things as well. And never go for the large meal. So do not supersize. I mean, marketing is super nowadays, so you get more for less, but do not supersize. So avoid a meal deal. Like for example, adding small fries. If you know you can do without the fries, do not order it, because if you order it, you'll eat it. Okay, so and even adding a Coke. So if you add a Diet Coke, okay, but if you don't like the Diet Coke and you're going to add a Coke, you're literally going to double the amount of calories. Okay, so stick to water. So do not supersize and do not go for the meal deal. Okay, we're very used to going for the meal deals. Do not go for meal deals if you are trying to lose weight. Okay. So then, what you can opt for is the grilled chicken salad, for example, the normal hamburger, or the no, or a normal wrap. Okay, grilled chicken wrap. These are some tips when it comes to McDonald's. Then when it comes to pizzas, obviously choose a healthy base. Try to avoid ordering from where you know that they're going to provide these bases which are high in oils. Okay, forget cheesy stuffed crusts, because obviously you'll pile up the calories. So stick to light, crisp, thin base. Okay. And that way you'll cut on the fat as well as the salt. Okay. And obviously the calories. You would also be able to taste the toppings at the end of the day. So, for example, a vegetarian pizza, a chicken pizza, or a seafood pizza tends to be healthier, a healthier pick. So, even for example, if you keep it free of a lot of salt, like if you keep it free of anchovies and olives and extra cheese, it would be much, much better. Okay, so obviously a healthier pizza would be less in sodium, less in salt, and less in fat. Okay, and then the portion control. As we said before, it's important to control the portion. So instead, if you are mindful, normally we would be full after 4 slices. You would start getting full, and especially if we are within the company of other people, because when we are in the company of other people, you're talking, you are drinking. Make sure you drink water when you're eating. Make sure you're chewing, you're actually tasting, you're actually enjoying the food. When you are mindful, you would normally you would feel it's less likely that you're going to eat the whole pizza. But if you are if you normally complete your pizza, or have the full portion, you can choose to have the extra side salad. Okay, or share it and have the extra side salad. So this is a tip for those who are who are more calorie restricted. Okay, because not everyone is on exactly the same journey. Okay, so definitely avoid pizzas containing bacon and pepperoni, because these have a lot of fats and are higher in salt. And as I explained earlier, avoid the cheesy crusts, and avoid also garlic bread before, for example, and the creamy sauces as well, okay, and the soft drinks. Then when it comes to, for example, outlets like Subway, you can start with a whole grain wrap or roll, with plenty of veggies or salad for fiber, and this will help you feel fuller for longer. Okay, so and then you will add an extra a portion of protein, and the protein is ideally lean protein. So either grilled chicken is a really good choice. So and then the same things that we discussed with the other choices. Okay, so please stay clear of high calorie fillings and salty fillings like bacon, salami, and so on. Okay, and the creamy dressings and the salty condiments. Okay. So then I wanted also to mention sushi. So sushi, I mean, the problem with sushi, not because it's problematic, but you tend to overeat. We tend to overeat because they are small portions, and we tend to overeat. We tend to order more sushi then I mean what we actually need, but just be careful with that, because normally around six rolls are six pieces which are two rolls. They are normally enough. Okay. And also with regards to the calories, two rolls are normally around 600 calories. So just for you to know. And obviously when you are making choices with regards to sushi, if you're choosing tempura, now that is obviously it's crispy tempura, so it's deep fried. So just be careful when you are ordering the type of sushi, because obviously if it's deep fried, it would be higher in calories. Okay, so if I had to recommend the best, they're the nigiri, either the bite-sized nigiri, the avocado, or the vegetarian ones. So obviously these would be less in calories. Okay, but on the as a general side note, two rolls are normally around 600 calories. But obviously if you go for deep fried and so on, they can add some more to the calories. So just be careful with that. And also the condiments. So if you're dipping in soy sauce is a bit salty, so obviously the salt intake would be more. And if you're adding ginger and wasabi, it's healthier than the soy sauce. Okay. And then we have the Chinese and the Thai. So with the Chinese and the Thai, the same concept. So just be careful with what's deep fried and what's grilled or steamed and what not, because obviously the deep fried contains much more calories. With these dishes, normally it's what they are mixed with, which is highly fatty. It's the sauce. Okay. So just be careful what you choose, because normally, for example, coconut milk is very high in calories, and certain sauces are obviously higher in fat. So just stay. Read the ingredients. It's important to read the ingredients, and also from the way the protein is described, the cooking of the protein is described, will show you how obviously it's cooked. So if it's crispy, it's always deep fried. If it's grilled, it's grilled. So you know that it is a healthier option. Okay. And when in doubt, always ask. Okay, so I mean, if you're in doubt, just ask the person who is serving you. Okay. And then if we had to choose the sides, you can choose steamed rice, you can choose vermicelli noodles, and so on. Okay, so that is also about the Chinese and the Thai, and with that, I think we can obviously end this session. Maybe something which is coming to mind as well, because some people say salads, it's better if I eat a burger than a salad because it contains the same amount of calories if I'm eating outside. And basically, it's not true. It's not totally true, okay? Because number one, it depends on the place where you are having the salad. So if you've had this experience, do not go to that restaurant again, because there are restaurants who serve very, very good salads. And you can always ask for condiments to be served on the side. That is something which is extremely important. So any dressings, just tell them to serve them on the side. And if you notice that there is bacon, anchovies in the salad, just ask the person who is serving you to make a note to the chef that you don't want these ingredients, okay? Because obviously they will add up to the calories, okay? So I think that's it from me about this topic. I think I discussed it. I tackled everything I wanted to tackle within this meeting. If I forgot something, please comment below, or ask if you have a question, because obviously your question can be another person's question, so we learn from each other like this. But I think I tackled everything. But always, please, because obviously when I'm writing these down, it's I tend to think of what affects me as well. So I mean, it would be if you have tips or whatever you find useful as well, just please share it. And always, whenever you go out or have takeaway, anything with all your meals, drink water. Okay, it is extremely important, and that is my last tip. So thank you very much for your attention, and I will see you on the next session, which is about unsolicited advice. So see you soon. Ciao ciao.